Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, a great millstone that rule well, and peace and salutations to the elect of Israel. To you I say Shalom. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the flock of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. And if you may not have heard, because truth be told, I haven't heard much or heard anything at all about this young man called Jelani Day. Alright. So Jelani Day apparently went missing around the end of August, around August 25th. And his body was found floating in a river. Now this is the same time that the media attention was around another missing person. I forget her name. But she was an Edomite that made national news. There was a national manhunt for her boyfriend. And Dog the Bounty Hunter was so-called looking for him. Or whatever. It became a frenzy in the media. But this case was more special, truth be told, because how graphic it was. But it didn't get the same coverage because this happened to Jake compared to Esau. Alright, now the other girl could have been a Jake. I don't know. I can't say. But, through the spirit, I believe she was an Edomite. Alright, but this Jelani Day, his body was found floating in a river. And if you could read the post, it says, so I just found out what happened to Jelani Day's body. I honestly been waiting on the autopsy because I've really been curious about his death since he was missing for so long. Y'all, he was tortured. He didn't have no eyeballs, no face. His jawbone was sawed out, no organs. He didn't even have a brain. They even cut his private area. It's literally one of the worst things I've ever read. It's Emmett Till all over again. And that's right, man. It'll be Emmett Till all over again. It'll be the massacre of Native Americans all over again. It'll be the rape, robbery, and murder of these so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans all over again. Because these are the same spirits walking the earth today that was walking the earth back then when they committed these atrocious crimes of atrocity, man. But judgment is coming to them for this. Right? This is Zechariah chapter 1 and verse 15. And I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease. For I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction. The affliction happened because we disobeyed the law, statutes, and commandments. We followed other gods. We stopped following the high holy days. So the affliction happened as a punishment for us. But Esau Edom took it to a whole nother level. Right? With throwing babies to gators. With the buck breaking of the men. Right? With the hanging pregnant woman up and ripping the baby out their belly. And to modern cases like this, where you see brothers with organs missing, their brain missing, their rod cut off. And this isn't the first person this happened to. This happens all the time, but you never know because it doesn't get media coverage. Also, there was another young Jake, I believe he was a basketball player in high school. They found him rolled up in a wrestling mat. They found his body rolled up in a wrestling mat with his organs ripped out and his body stuffed with newspaper. And there was no charges for that case, no suspects, nothing like that. Again, this is the judgment of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. At the same time, Esau Edom is forwarding the affliction. Now, these things happen to Jakes because it's part of the curses, right? They say in Babylon, so-called America, that over 400,000 children go missing every year. What do you think is happening to these children? A lot of these children, they're getting cannibalized. They're literally being eaten. A lot of them are getting their organs. They're getting their organs transplanted. They're taking out vital organs and implanting them in the elite and the rich. Also, a lot of them go into slavery. Right? A lot of them get shipped out to other nations. A lot of them get imported here and work as slaves. And a lot of them are just raped and tortured. Right? 400,000 children a year, and most of them are you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And they never find bodies. Why? Because they dispose of them, right? This isn't some crazy serial killer. No, this is the elite. They have a system that does this, right? And Jakes won't believe this because deep down inside, Jake is a compassionate people. So they can't fathom that somebody else could be this wicked. But Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is the fucking devil, man. This is the devil that the Bible speaks of. And there's going to be a judgment for this man. There's going to be a sore judgment because he's taking it too far. He's taking it way too far, man. All right, this is Psalms chapter 137. You know what? I'll start from the top. By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down. Yea, we wept when we remembered Zion. All right. So by the rivers of Babylon, this is also America. In America, we sat and we remembered the blissfulness of Zion, man, which is Israel. All right. We remember to be at peace with our power, man. We remember the good things that will happen when we are at peace with our power. If you read Deuteronomy 28, starting from the top to verse 14, it tells you all the blessings he gives his people when they are one with their power, man. When they are one with Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, it's basically world domination, to plainly put it. So when we think about the blessings that we're missing out on, right, or the blessings that are to come after this captivity, we weep tears of joy and tears of pain as well, man. Psalms 137 and 2, we hanged our harps upon the willows in the midst thereof. For there they that carried us away captive required of us a song, and they that wasted us required of us mirth, saying, sing us one of those songs of Zion. And this is spiritual because you see the same thing happening today, right? What did they tell Jake to do? Yo, sing us a song, dance for us, be happy, shut up and dribble, man. Things like that. Just entertain us. But how can we entertain you in the land of our captivity? Right? Verse 4 says that. How shall we sing the Lord Yahweh's song in a strange land? If I forget thee, O Jerusalem, let my right hand forget her cunning. If I do not remember thee, let my tongue cleave to the roof of my mouth. If I prefer not Jerusalem above my chief joy. Alright? If I forget righteousness, let me lose all my abilities, man. Verse 7. Remember, O Lord Yahweh, the children of Edom, Esau, the so-called white man. Remember, O Lord Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. And that word raise goes back to, it's spelled R-A-S-E. Right? Not like raise the roof is R-A-S-E, meaning destroy it. Usually when you raise a building, you burn it. Right? Psalms 137, verse 7. Remember, O Lord Yahweh, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. Even burn the foundation so they can't build it again. This is what Esau did. Verse 8, O daughter of Babylon, which is America, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. An eye for an eye. Once we get our retribution, happy shall he be, right? Verse 9, happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. It's going to be a beautiful time. It's going to be a beautiful thing to take Edomite children and dash them against stones, man. All right? And it sounds wicked, no, but this is a perfect recompense, man. Look at what they're doing. Look at their track record, man. Look at what they have done to our children, man. All right. Actually, let me jump over to Ecclesiasticus, Sirach, the book of Sirach. Chapter 25 and verse 7. There be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that hath joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. Right? It's going to be a beautiful day to witness the fall of your enemy. It's just talking about Esau, Edom, which has been the perpetual enemy of the Israelites. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans have been under persecution for all this time, right? And you still don't realize it because you're blind to the truth, right? And you're compassionate people. You just want to love everybody, all right? But it's not like that, right? This is a war, man. We are at not only a spiritual but a physical war, and they're attacking us by literally killing our children. They're attacking us by poisoning our food. They're attacking us by poisoning the medicine, the so-called medicine that they give us, man. A lot of these medicines cause deeper issues. And then what do they? When you get these deeper issues, what do? They turn to even more drastic measures, right? Instead of telling you to to fast if you have cancer, to change your diet, what do? They stick you in a machine and zap every single blood cell in your body, white, red, whatever, good or bad. It's called chemotherapy. It kills basically all your cells, and a lot of people don't survive after chemotherapy because it destroys your blood, and blood is the life of man. This is a wicked man. This is a wicked man, and he's got to pay, man. Lamentations chapter 4, I'll start at verse 17. As for us, our eyes had yet Slakia, Lamentations 4 and 17. As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us. This goes back to you Jakes, man. You Jakes be in trouble, and instead of turning to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, the first person you turn to is Esau Edom. First person you turn to is Esau Edom. I was watching a video a brother posted about in Tampa, Florida. I guess it was downtown, and the area got shot up. And Jake starts screaming and crying to the policeman, "Protect and serve us, please." Like the cop wasn't an Edomite, but still, instead of crying out to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, you're crying out to people that's not there to protect and serve you in the first place. Jake is mentally bugged out in the head, man. Jake is mentally gone, mentally destroyed. And that's part of the curses too. That yoke of iron was only going to be taken off our necks. That physical yoke of iron was only going to be taken off our necks once we were mentally destroyed. Once they realized they didn't need chains to contain us, they took them shits off. They found other instruments to contain you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Because truth be told, this place will be shut down in a day if you follow the law, statutes, and commandments. As a nation, as a whole, right? If you follow the high holy days, if you follow the Sabbath, if you didn't spend any money on the Sabbath, it will crash the economy, right? It's simple things like that that could make you a powerful nation. But your mind is mentally destroyed, man. You can't get the truth. It can't be, wisdom cannot dwell in a malicious soul. So your body has to be destroyed in the flesh, and you have to be created in the spiritual body where you're not able to sin anymore in order for you to obtain rulership, man. And this is the way Jake has to learn, because Jake is a stiff-necked people. Lamentations 4 and 18. They hunt our steps that we cannot go in our streets. Our end is near, our days are fulfilled, for our end is come. You can't even go in the streets without being hunted, man. What's that one Jake who got shot down for jogging, right? It's so many things, man. A lot of Jakes get taken off the street. They get kidnapped off the street for just walking down the street, man. What happens? You file a police report, and they say, oh, it has to be 24 or 48 hours before the person is confirmed missing. So now you got to wait a day or 2 days. I'm not sure which one it is, but it could be up to 2 days before you could file somebody missing. By then, all the evidence is gone, So they set up this unrighteous system. So now all the evidence is gone. You can never find this person again. And what do? They just throw your file in the back of all the other ones. And they won't even try to find these children, man. Because in the back of their mind, they know where they are. They know, oh, the elite got them. They're gone. You're not finding this kid, right? But Esau Edom, they get kidnapped, and it's national news. Put them on milk cartons, put them on billboards, put them in the back of newspaper, mail flyers into your house, into your mailbox specifically. Have you seen my child? Jake, man, we're under these curses, but these Edomites took it too damn far, man. Jeremiah chapter 51, and I'll start at verse 20. You know what? I'll start at verse 19. The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance. The Lord Yahweh of hosts is his name. Jacob going back to Israelites, or Israel, meaning basically the southern kingdom, right? You so-called Haitians, you so-called Jamaicans, and you so-called African Americans, which consist of the southern kingdom of Israel. And Israel is the rod of his inheritance. Is talking about the northern kingdom. You so-called Native Americans, you so-called Hispanics. And these are God's chosen people. And what is he going to do with his chosen people? Let's read on. Verse 20, Jeremiah 50 and 20. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. For with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms. Alright? Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is going to use not only the chariots and angels, but he's going to use the elect, the nation of Israel, the 1/3 and the 144,000. He's going to use the elect, man. He's going to transform. Eventually, he's going to transform all of Israel. But when this wartime comes, he's going to use the elect. He's going to transform them into weapons. And he will break in pieces nations. And with thee will I destroy kingdoms, man. Verse 21. And with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his rider. And with thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider. All right? With thee will I also break in pieces man and woman. And with thee will I break in pieces old and young. And with thee will I break in pieces the young man and the maid. Just like Psalms 137 said, happy shall he be when he dashes thy little ones against the stones. The young man and the maid are going back to the children, right? Man and woman, old and young man and the maid. Everybody's going to get it from the other nations, starting with Esau, Edom, man, because they took it too damn far. Verse 23, I will also break in pieces with thee, using the Israelites. I will also break in pieces with thee the shepherd and his flock, and with thee will I break in pieces the husbandman and his yoke of oxen, and with thee will I break in pieces captains and rulers, and I will render unto Babylon and to all the inhabitants of Chaldea all their evil that they have done in Zion in your sight, saith the Lord Yahweh. These are words coming out the Bible, man. This is future prophecy that will come to pass, man. Verse 25. Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain. And that destroying mountain is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Verse Jeremiah 51 and 25. Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, saith the Lord Yahweh, which destroyeth all the earth. Who else is destroying the earth? Who else got chemtrails in the sky? Who else got oil in the oceans? Who else got plastic in the ocean? Who else is defiling the land with blood, man? It's Esau, Edom. All right. Verse 25. Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, saith the Lord, which destroys all the earth. And I will stretch out my hand upon thee, and roll thee down from the rocks, and I will make thee a mountain. All right. And that's literal. He's going to make Babylon, America, a burnt kingdom. A mountain goes back to a great government, a great nation. And this place is going to be a burnt nation. It's going to be a desert, man. And nobody's ever going to live here again, man. All right. Let me jump down to verse 49. As Babylon hath caused the slain of Israel to fall, so at Babylon shall fall the slain of all the earth. Just like Babylon did to Israel, it's going to happen to Babylon too, man. Esau, Edom got to pay for what they did. All right? I'm going to get one more. I'm going to wrap it up. This is going to prove that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is going to use, he's going to use the Israelites to destroy other nations, starting with Esau, Edom, man. Slovakia. Let me go back. How do I go back? Oh, wrong chapter. Slovakia. Slovakia. I'm gonna get this real quick and I'm gonna wrap it up. This is Ezekiel chapter 25 and verse 14. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel. Yahweh is gonna take out his vengeance upon the nation of Edom, the so-called white man, by using the hand of his people Israel. That's what the scripture says, man. Because when you're an ultimate power, right? When you're an ultimate boss, you don't do work. You hire other people to do the work for you, right? You don't see the CEO of McDonald's on the grill flipping burgers. No, he has other people doing it. And in turn, what does that do? He gets all the credit. Or I'm the CEO of McDonald's, right? He gets all the credit. It's the same thing with the Most High. The Most High is not going to get off his throne and say, Edom, I'm going to fuck you up. No, he's going to use the men of the Lord to do it for him, man. All right? It's like a mafia boss. A mafia boss, when he puts out a hit, yo, go whack a buddy over there. He's not going to, pull out a gun and shoot the guy himself. No. He's going to have one of his workers do it for him. One of his people in his crime family is going to do it for him. He's going to use somebody from his family to do it for him. And the same thing with Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. But Yahushai is going to get busy. Because he got it in the flesh. So he needs vengeance too. So he's going to get busy. But Yahweh, he's just going to chill on the throne and just make the call, man. Yahweh Shai is waiting for that word from Yahweh to, once Yahweh says go, Yahweh Shai is going to go. And it's game over, man. Certain prophecies have to play out before that day comes. But that day's right around the corner. All right? Ezekiel 25 and verse 14. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel. And they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to my fury. Right? Just like right now, Jake isn't mad enough. Right? This is why Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to have to place his anger and his fury into us. All right? Because it's going to be according to his fury, man. And they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord Yahweh. They're going to understand what righteous recompense is, man. They're going to understand Yahweh's judgment, man. They don't understand it yet because they haven't been touched yet, right? They're not in trouble as other men, right? Their houses are safe from the rod, roughly paraphrasing. But they're going to know the vengeance of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai firsthand, man. All right? Jake is going to learn this too, right? Jake isn't safe. 2/3 of our people are going to learn this too. But Esau, Edom is about to get it on a whole nother level, man. And we praise Yahweh Bashim Yahushai for that, man. Because it's righteous. They've taken it too far, man. What are you doing kidnapping young men and cutting off their rod? What are you doing? What are you doing hanging men up, leaving them for days, burning their bodies, having picnics around them? What are you doing, man? What are you doing, man? But I'm going to wrap it up with that. Lord, when this lesson was edifying, again, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, a great millstone that rule well. And peace and salutations to the elect of Israel. Until next time, Shalom and Abad Babal.